Welcome to Mathletes. I'm Gori, and today we'll be tackling probability. I'll be doing every exam question ever asked in HSC Standard 1 over the last 5 years. So grab a pen and let's dive in. A biased die is made from this net. The die is rolled once. What is the probability of rolling a 2? So we can see that the 2 appears on the die twice. So that means that the probability of rolling a 2 is going to be equal to 2 of the faces out of 6 faces. And we can simplify that down to a third. So the correct answer is C. All right, a spinner made up of 4 colors is spun 100 times. The frequency histogram shows the results. Which of these spinners is most likely to give the results shown? So the first thing is looking at our 4 spinners. The one that looks the most different is the white segment. So let's take a look at our frequency histogram, and we can see that white occurs 50 times out of 100 spins. So 50 out of 100 is the same as saying half. So we're looking for a pie chart which has half of it representing white, so that's either A or C. And now looking at the options with A or C, we can see that the red segment looks a little bit different in this one versus this one. So now let's take a look at the red in our frequency histogram, and it occurs 25 times. So 25 out of 100 is the same as saying 1/4. And looking at A, that's where the red appears 1/4 of the time. So our answer is 8A. A wheel is shown with the numbers 0 to 19 marked. A game is played where the wheel is spun until it stops. When the wheel stops, a pointer points to the winning number. Each number is equally likely to win. List all the even numbers on the wheel that are greater than 7. All right, let's just go ahead and list them. So it's going to be 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, and 18. Yep. What is the probability that the winning number is not an even number greater than 7? Okay, so the probability of not an even greater than 7 is 1 take away the probability of an even greater than 7, which is equal to 1 minus, and how many numbers do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 out of, and we have 20 numbers total, so 19 plus the 0. Remember to add that 0. So 20 numbers total. We can simplify that down. 2 goes into 6 3 times, and 2 goes into 20 10 times. So 1 take away 3/10 is going to be 7/10. And that's going to be our answer. Yep, 7/10. Question 8. 4 cards marked with the numbers 1, 2, 3, and 4 are placed face down on a table. 1 card is turned over as shown. What is the probability that the next card turned over is marked with an odd number? Okay, well, we have 2 odd numbers remaining, so 2 odd numbers remaining, and we have 3 cards or 3 possibilities, so the answer is going to be 2/3. The answer is D. All right, a bag contains 150 jelly beans. Some of them are red and the rest are blue. The ratio of red to blue jelly beans is 2:3. Sophie eats 10 of each color. What is the new ratio of red to blue jelly beans? Well, the first thing we need to do is figure out how many jelly beans we have of each color. So for red, we have 2/5 of them multiplied by 150. So we can divide the 150 by 5, we get 30. 2 times 30 is 60. And so then with blue, we had 3/5 of them. Oops, that's a 3. 3/5 multiplied by 150. We can again divide the 150 by 5 to get 30, and then 3 times 30 means that we started off with 90 blue jelly beans. Now Sophie ate 10 of each color, which means that the new number of red is going to be 60 minus 10, which is equal to 50. And then the new number for blue is going to be 90, take away 10, which is equal to 80. So then our new ratio of red to blue is going to be 50 to 80. And we can simplify that just taking a 10 or dividing by 10 on both sides. And we have 5 is to 8 is our final answer. And that's C for question. All right, question 17. Each number from 1 to 30 is written on a separate card. The 30 cards are shuffled. A game is played where one of these cards is selected at random. Each card is equally likely to be selected. Ezra is playing the game and wins if the card selected shows an odd number between 20 and 30. List the numbers which would result in Ezra winning the game. So that's going to be odd numbers: 21, 23, 25, 27, and 29. That's between 20 and 30, yep. What is the probability that Ezra does not win the game? Okay, so the probability of not winning is equal to 1 take away the probability of winning. Okay, which is 1 minus the probability of him winning is with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards out of a total of 30 cards. We can simplify that down. 5 goes into itself once, and 5 goes into 30 6 times. So 1 take away 1/6 is going to be 5/6. And that's our answer. Question 20. In a bag, there are 6 playing cards: 2, 4, 6, 8, Queen and King. The Queen and King are known as picture cards. 2 of these cards are chosen randomly. All the possible outcomes are shown. What is the probability that the 2 cards chosen include one or both picture cards? Okay, so we can just count up the number of combos that have a queen, a king, or both of them. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it's going to be 9 out of, and then we count up the rest of them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 9 plus 6 is 15. So that's the probability of picture cards. We can simplify that down. 3 goes into 9 3 times. 3 goes into 15 5 times. What is the probability that the 2 cards chosen do not include any picture cards? So probability of not picture cards is equal to 1 take away the probability of picture cards. So 1 take away 3/5 is going to be 2/5. And that's our answer. And that's it. Thank you.